Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to be making some biscotti, hazelnut and date biscotti. Now biscotti are a twice baked biscuit, so you bake them once in the oven, then you slice them and you bake them again until they're nice and hard. You can hear how hard they are, but they're ideal for drinking with tea and coffee. So let's get on and bake some biscotti. So our ingredients for the biscotti are 250 grams of plain flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 250 grams of caster sugar, 3 medium eggs beaten. In the US that would be large eggs, the zest of 1 lemon finely grated, 100 grams of chopped dates and 100 grams of roughly chopped hazelnuts. Sorry, 200 grams of roughly chopped hazelnuts. Now I've left these quite large. I like in the biscotti to be able to see the nuts. So the first thing we're going to do is to put our baking powder into the flour and with a whisk just work it around a little bit. Then add the sugar and work that round as well. And then we want to add the eggs. Now we don't want a sticky dough here, so we don't want to add too much egg. We may not need all of our egg. So I'll put a little bit in and start to mix that in. Put some more in. Because this biscotti is twice baked and it has to be hard when it's cooled down after baking. When I say hard, I mean rock hard. And if you put too much liquid in, it's not going to work very well. So we need some more egg. So I've mixed the dough and I did put slightly too much egg in, so I've added an extra 20 grams or so of flour just to dry that out a bit. And then I'm going to add the remaining ingredients. So first of all, I'm just going to put the dates in with the hazelnuts, and I'm using soft dried dates here. You could use those sticky ones. And I'm going to add the lemon zest as well and give that a stir around so that breaks up as well. Whoops. And then I'm going to pour that into the dough, and with my hand I'm going to work that in. Now I have the oven preheating at 160 Celsius, that's 140 Celsius with a fan, 320 Fahrenheit. And what I want to do is to turn this dough out onto this floured work surface, because I want to, in that process, also ensure that I've got an even mix of fruit and nuts throughout the dough. Right, I'm just going to scrape that bit off and gently knead it for a while, coating it in the flour. Because I want to make sure that all the dough has some of the fruit, nuts and lemon in. Okay, so that's about it. Now I'll lift that up, just do the flour again. I'm going to cut that in half, roughly. Like that. And I'm going to roll each one out. That's it. That'll be fine. And I'm going to roll the other one out the same and flatten it down a bit once I've rolled it. Just like that. So I'm going to bake it in the oven for 30, or them in the oven for 30 minutes, and then take them out, allow them to cool for 10 minutes, then I'm going to cut them, and then I'm going to bake them again for another 20 to 30 minutes, turning them so that we have the nice crisp biscotti. So I'll be back with you after they've cooled, and I'm going to cut them before putting them back in the oven again. Okay, so our biscotti have baked for 30 minutes, and I've taken them out of the oven. I've allowed them to cool for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to cut them, and you cut them on the diagonal like that, and maybe 2 to 3 centimeters, so 2 centimeters, it's maybe about an inch is good enough. And then you just lay them on the tray. So these are going to go back into the oven for 20 to 30 minutes, and they're going to be turned over halfway through that time. Well, the biscotti have baked now, and they've cooled down, and as you can see, and here, they're nice and hard, baked twice, ideal for a cup of tea. I mean, you could eat them just by crunching. I have to say, they do taste wonderful. I had never realised how well a date goes with hazelnuts. But my preferred way of eating them is simply to dunk it in the tea like that. And then it softens, and it's still crunchy, but nice and moist as you're crunching it. Really is very, very good. So, that's it for the biscotti. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me the thumbs up with the hand underneath the video, and also click to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's also a little eye in the top corner here where you can click to see the recipe at any time you want, and then you can try these out for yourself. I'll be back with you with another video very shortly, but in the meantime, happy baking.